So it seemed like we sort of forgot about the Lakers after the first game of the NBA season, right? They play the Clippers, and Kawhi goes nuts. They don't even have Paul George, and suddenly it's like, I don't think the Lakers are going to be that much of a competitive team right now. But lo and behold, right now, the Lakers actually are above the Clippers in the standings because the Clippers have 2 losses.
Yeah, they're top to the Western Conference right now. Lakers sitting at 6-1.
Lakers are at 6-1.
Yeah.
And, the question for a lot of us going into this NBA season was, okay, LeBron is a Superman, Iron Man, all that kind of stuff. We saw him literally carry a team that had no business getting to the 2018 NBA Finals in the Cleveland Cavaliers. So what would he be like going forward? And then he had the groin injury last year on Christmas Day that really limited his entire season and then shut him down. And then you're saying, okay, in year 4,033 of the LeBron James experience in the NBA, can we really expect him to do all those things again? And apparently the answer is, yeah, he can, because he is putting to rest any idea that he might be tailing off a little bit with the way he's playing right now.
Third straight double-double. He went for 30.
Triple-double.
Went to 30, 10, and 11. Tied for the longest streak of his career with 3 straight. He did it 2 other times. First Laker with 3 straight triple-doubles since Magic did it in 1987. He had 4 straight at that point. Interesting one here. Lakers were down by 19 at one point, and they made a huge comeback in the fourth quarter with both Anthony Davis and LeBron on the bench. It was Kuzma, Quinn Cook, Alex Caruso, Dwight Howard, and Troy Daniels.
Quinn Cook.
They took the court trailing by 13, and next thing you knew, they were up by 3. I mean, with that group out there. So, yeah, right now, LeBron, we know LeBron, he hears the chatter, likes to prove some people wrong.
He listens.
And certainly had that tough year last year, and he has come out guns a-blazing right now.
Yeah, so it's interesting. LeBron is, Trey, I know you mentioned the year in jest there, but year 17 for LeBron James, I believe we're in at this point, which is patently absurd, but it combines one of the things that we've seen in the NFL. When you hear all these older quarterbacks talk about why they keep playing, they go, well, physically I feel fine,
right?
And I have all the answers to the test now. I've seen everything so many times that the game is not only slowed down, it's become like the Matrix where it's all zeros and ones. And that's where it is with LeBron James, but he's a guy who we expected at some point the physical cliff to hit just because of how gifted he is. And that hasn't really happened. Like, he comes back each year, and we know he's a guy that takes great pride in it, but in such good shape physically that the injury last year, even in year 16, was a shock to all of us. It was a genuine shock.
It absolutely was. And by the way, the Lakers put out a tweet last night about triple-double, in LeBron James' picture. He retweeted it with the hashtag washed king, shush, and then the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
So he hears it, and he is letting you know, I hear it, and I'm doing something about it.
At least at this point, we know he hasn't had any burner accounts like
no, he
Kevin
doesn't.
Durant.
He does it all in the straight up.
He just does it, let you know right away.
He does it. He does let his friends in the media know. Kendrick Perkins, who does great work with us now, tweeted last night, LeBron did tell me he was going to reclaim his throne in due time, and damn, he is on a mission right now. 3 straight triple-doubles in the season just started. Feel sorry for the rest of the league. God bless America.
But, and he's not the only one. Listen, we know who else goes nuts on that kind of stuff, too. He doesn't do it publicly, but during the game, Tom Brady.
Without question.
When all of a sudden you start talking a little noise or somebody does about him during that game, man, he'll let you know. He'll show that emotion. So these all-time greats, man, when you start to question them with their age and or their play, they're ready to bark back at you.
Just a couple of notes here specifically on LeBron before we move on to the team and Anthony Davis here. LeBron is actually leading the NBA at 11.1 assists per game. He's going to turn 35 years old by the end of the season. The only player in NBA history to lead the league in assists per game at 35 older is Steve Nash, who was a point guard. Did it twice in 2009, 2010, and back-to-back seasons, 2010, 2011. He's also, LeBron, the oldest player with a triple-double in 3 straight games in NBA history, and he's the first player in his 17th season or later to record even 2 straight triple-doubles in NBA history. So I think I'm glad you brought up Brady, Mike, because that makes all the sense in the world. Everything Tom does, starting really with 2 years ago, will be like, well, he's the first to do all this, and that's where we are with LeBron in his 17th season.
Now, is it the most advisable thing to do? Because the one thing
load management.
But you see Kawhi Leonard, who right now a lot of people, myself included, would probably say is the best player, especially since Kevin Durant is hurt, the best player in the NBA. Yes. And guess who's not concerned with going out there and doing all of this in the regular season? Kawhi was willing to forsake and plan through the regular season last year, and it's why he was so dominant in the postseason. For a guy in LeBron who has put as much basketball mileage on his body as he did, going to 9 straight finals or whatever it was, is it advisable? Because we know the pride can do that to you, where you're going to want to go out and play in all 82 and ball out in there. Should that give way after a while to, all right, let's start to take care of some things because we know what the end goal is here?
I think it will, because he's coming out of the gates hot and letting everybody know where he is, maybe setting that tone and then maybe backing off from there, possibly.
I agree with you. I think the way it ended and all the question marks, I think he wants to come out and to borrow from Ebby Calvin-Nucleolution, Bull Durham, announce his presence with authority.
Yeah, but
right?
Mike, I agree with you. I think he's going to have to do the load management thing at some point, because I don't care how great you're playing, you're still 103 years old. You know, you've been in the league for a long time. You have to make sure you're as healthy as you can be for that, what they hope to be a long playoff run.
Well, exactly, and apparently they're going to need it to be a playoff run, considering Anthony Davis is already coming out with some quotes they're going to freak Laker Nation out.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do, make sure that you subscribe to ESPN+. See you soon.